students of class 9. Today we are in the concluding part of the chapter geomorphic processes and landforms, and I will start from deltaic plain. The plain which are formed by the deposition of the river near its mouth is known as deltaic plain. Deltaic plains are formed at the mouth of the river, that is at the delta region. Which is the delta region? Suppose this is a river is coming and this is the mouth of a river. This is the mouth of a river. Okay, this is the mouth of a river. The river is coming and these are deltas. What is delta? Deltas are triangular shaped features formed by the accumulation of sand, silts, etc. And this plain, and when the river gives obstruction and the principal river is separated or bifurcated into several branches known as distributaries. What are deltaic plain? The plain which are formed by the deposition of the rivers near their mouth on their deltaic region is called deltaic plain. When a river enters the sea, it becomes very slow. It deposits all the loads on its mouth. These deposits chop the river and force it to divide into several channels. These several channels are known as distributaries, and the triangular shaped feature that is formed at the mouth of the river is known as delta. The delta comes from the Greek letter delta, third letter of Greek alphabet delta, A, B, C, D, fourth letter of Greek alphabet delta, and as these shapes, it is known as delta. Example of is the Ganga Brahmaputra deltaic plain is the most important deltaic plain of India or the world. The others are Wangho plain, Yangtze, Mississippi, Missouri, etc. Now I am going to the characteristics of deltaic plain. They are flat level land. They are triangular in shape, formed at the mouth of the river. They are the extension of the floodplains. And number 4, there are several small channels of the main river that drain into the sea. Now very important, the conditions necessary for the formation of delta. Very important, you should practice read this part. The sea in which the river deposits should have shallow so that the sediments do not disappear. So shallow river. Shallow means not so deep. If it is deep, then the sediments will go in the deep underground, and if it is shallow, then the sediments will be deposited near the river, at the river bank. Next, the water should be highly saline. It helps the finer particles to form aggregate. Saline water is needed. There should be no strong wave or current to wash away the sediments. Long river with many tributaries being large amount, so the river must be long with many tributaries joining the main river. If there are many tributaries, so what will happen? Then the load carrying capacity will be more. So river will deposit more and more sediments because it will carry huge amount of loads. Next, the long rivers with many tributaries bring large amount of sediments. The region that the river drains should have soft rock strata. Softer rocks are eroded easily and these maintain the supply of the silt. Okay, these factors are very important. You should read the factors. So from deltaic plain, definition, formation, example, characteristics and conditions for growth, you have to read properly. Very important for this part. Lastly, there are some other plains like coastal plains. You will read only the name and the example. Coastal plain. What a coastal plain? A definition. On both the side of the coastal plain, example, in the USA, the Gulf Coast, lacustrine coast in the Vale of Kashmir, underline. Only you will read the name of the plain and the example. Definition, this not needed. So lacustrine plain, The Vale of Kashmir is the example of lacustrine plain. Then glacial plain, the central lowland in North America. This is an example of glacial plain. Wang Ho Loess plain, the western part of Wang Ho is the example of Loess plain. Then other three plains name are given: Ablassal plain, lava plain and scroll plain. Only the name are important. And last part is the importance of plain. Most plains of the world are drained by big rivers which deposits rich fertile lava. The silt and alluvium is highly suitable for agriculture. The flat level land is suitable for building house and roads, transport network is good. Then plain region is suitable for the establishment of industries, then constructions of buildings. Then plains are lowland, so construction of buildings is easy. Most of the world's ancient population like Indus Valley civilization flourished on plain. Plain supports grasslands which provide grazing ground for the livestock. Okay, this chapter is quite huge chapter but easy. You should go through the chapter thoroughly, and any queries, any doubts, everything I will solve in your online class. So this is the end 7th part of this video. Thank you class.